Hey, Shiny. Welcome everyone to the channel. See, you're causing complete chaos already. Taking those mod powers to the max. Okay, playing today, obviously. We're playing Kuni 2 first. With the idea that we're going to try to finish it, I don't know, as soon as possible. We'll see how that ends up going. Everyone was by. I was looking last night a little bit about recommended levels for endgame. It seems like most people actually are higher leveled than I am at the end. Like 60 or so. So we'll see how well this all goes with me trying to just rush into the end game. Seems apparently the final battle is quite challenging, and apparently is very long, and a lot of people don't recommend doing it when you're lower level because it takes, like, apparently it's like a half-hour fight if you're, like, even slightly under-leveled. So we'll see kind of how that goes. Okay, so now... Oh man, look at all these. We're able to actually initiate the building of the sword now that we have that at level 4. Let's see, what else was I researching? Right, research gathering. Adding kappas to things. I guess this is fine. Refining the band command. Was I able to do... It's okay, yeah, we did that. Yeah, I think part of the reason we're underleveled is because I didn't get us up to the some of these training ground things soon enough. Certain levels of usage? Like who can use them? Like mod level? Yes, I can change that. Actually. I think. Yeah, I have a permissions. Yeah, I have a permissions on literally every single thing. Like, I can even set whether or not a mod can use it, and like a sub or a regular or like all those things. I don't know if you can change those. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it was set at before. Right now it's set mod. Yeah, there's some things that actually most of them are admin only, which is me. But the majority of them, actually, there's a shit ton of ones that I don't even know about. Like, I haven't even seen, but most of them, other than like the ones that I've made, are mod only. So yeah, that might have been mod only already. Actually, I didn't really look. No. So yeah, the way so everything is controlled by these modules that I have to either enable or disable, depending on whether or not I'm using them. So most of the stuff is disabled. The very first time I set it up, I enabled a lot of the stuff. Like, I had to enable ranks, and there's some alert stuff. But I think the only thing that was, like, actually on by default was, like, the commands thing and some of the moderation.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we'll see if I get to Zelda. I think it'll be more of, like, everything's fine, and then we'll get to, like, the final battle, and I'll either just go through it fine, or it'll just be, like, the worst thing, and then we'll just go and do a bunch of side quests and shit, and then maybe retry it at, like, the end of the day, if that happens. So, yeah, we'll see. Evan hands the cup of communion to Bracken. Oh my god. Yes, the royal twig. That's so bizarre. Yeah, I might have to do a day where I have literally only the things I need for stream plugged into my computer and see if that fixes all the issues. It literally might just be a bandwidth thing that my computer just can't handle because I'm connecting lots of hard drives and displays and crap all at the same time. I'll just have to, like, decide one day to not have, like, my hard drives plugged in and things like that, because they're not necessary for the stream. Fancy sword! finally face the Horned One.
Thank you.
Well, thanks. You almost look tough. Final showdown. Right, yeah, I'm confused by Nightmont being here still. Let's go. Because I turned him off. Like, he's not... Yeah, he's not joined to the channel anymore. So now he's just a lurker. But you can't do anything with him. All the kings in one room. And queen. Now, so the snake guy is... He's been going around, and at the end, like, as we dealt with each of them, he came in and stole their king's bonds, and then peaced out. So it's like, he's supposed to be the big bad. Mouseinger was more of, like, Evan's personal, like, biggest hurdle. And then the snake guy is the one who actually summoned the Horned One, which is like his kingmaker. Yeah, I think that's something that this game doesn't do very well, is like have a bad guy that's very relevant to us most of the game. Like, we see him, but we only see him like once a chapter for like a minute. So, whatever.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, do we... my epic giant suit is more powerful than the Sword of Unity. Probably should give it to Evan, so he has two really good swords. Oh yeah, we got this stupid axe. It's like, I have tons of damage, except that my curse is that I don't do as much damage. What? Do I don't know. I guess.
All right.
Be kind of derpy if we finish this in like an hour, but I don't think that'll happen. We randomly have really smooth sailing.
Gosh. Just look at them all.
I'm not sure these weapons of theirs will be enough. Sure, I could have spared a few more.
Have you seen the mechanical soldiers? So strange. Indeed, unnerving even.
Out of my way, fish face!
It's not a very big army. It really isn't. We brought 20 people each.
How we're going to do this. The dimensional barrier created by the Horned One can only be eliminated if all 4 towers generating it are destroyed at the same time.
How do we know this?
Mess the timing up even slightly, and one tower will regenerate the other.
What's it? How do we know this?
So each country can take down a tower apiece? Nice. Not having to work with the other armies will speed things up.
Indeed. We Hydropolitans have our own methods, and we fight at our own pace.
Are you even listening to what I'm saying? We need to take them all down simultaneously. Each tower is different. Each kingmaker is different.
Thanks for the
Without
bit,
teams
Shiny.
made up of specialists from each kingdom, we'll never take them out at the same time.
Thanks, Speedy Bot.
You expect us to work together?
Yes, you hooligans.
Impossible! With foreigners? Never!
God damn it, guys. God damn.
As if the task ahead were not difficult enough already.
Yeah, Speedy Bot was taken. It was very unfortunate.
I just can't see how this is the best use of our resources.
Help me out here, Evan.
Everyone! Listen! If the 5 nations cannot promise to work together, we have already lost. It is promises that make us strong. I may be a king now, but if it were not for my promise to Aranella, I would never have found the strength to rule.
It's like, remember that one girl at the beginning of the game?
If it were not for my promise to Aranella, I would never have found the strength to build a new kingdom after being...
Yeah, the Last of Us trailer was insane. So much hype. Just like so intense. The fighting and the stealth and all that stuff combined, which is what made me like the first one so much. It looks like it's just as good. Made you nervous.
The promise I made? Well, you could say that it saved me.
Oh, okay. Thought you meant like nervous about like the quality or something. I was like, what? Okay, I get you. Yeah, that's the first Last of Us. There are some of those sections that are just like, you're just so freaking tense. It's one of the reasons I like the game so much.
I thought I heard her speaking to me, begging me to avenge her.
There's definitely been people that I've like, it's like my sister and then one of my friends in college that I had play, and there's some sections that they just could not handle it. They just would like put down the controller, like, no, you're freaking playing this section. I was like, oh, okay.
But I soon realized that it was my own voice. It was not something Nella would have ever wanted. I let my own thoughts of revenge cloud my reasoning. I almost forgot my promise. But I have grown. I have changed. I have built a kingdom, just as I swore I would. And I have met so many wonderful people. People who stood by me, who fought at my side.
I don't know if they've shown the growth really very well for him personally. Like, yeah, we built this kingdom and stuff. But yeah, there's times I wanted to give up. It never really showed any of that.
But I didn't.
Like, all it did was just show him being constantly positive.
And now I want to fulfill my vow more than ever. To build a kingdom, no, a world, where everyone can live happily ever after.
I think that's probably actually one of the biggest weaknesses of this game, is it's too positive and happy all the time. Like, I think the first game, the story worked really well because it was like Oliver, I mean, I know you haven't played it, but Oliver had so many, like, bad things happen to him, and he had to react to those, and it showed his actual growth, because he had to constantly deal with those issues, breaking down his confidence. There's a lot more personal of a game. This game doesn't show that very well.
Please, make this promise for the future of our world.
It's like, despite the fact that this game is bigger in scope, it almost seems like there's less at stake.
Yeah. Amazing.
So the 5 great armies, stirred by Evan's heartfelt words, set off to face the Horned One. And sure enough, they agreed to work together.
How convenient that the island is right in the middle of the ocean.
One for each of the towers.
What does that mean I get to do, though? So, do we have to go fight the Kingsmakers again? Good thing they wrote it down for me. Destroy towers, obviously. Assault the target. So yeah, we're just straight up against the Horned One. Okay, so we just go along the ground. Looks like there's a bunch of creatures there. Yes. Assault the target! No! Recommended level 21. I think we're average level like 17. This is gonna suck balls if we can't defeat this, and we're gonna have to spend the first like hour of the day training frickin' forces.
All right. Good luck, everyone.
Hey,
All right.
Get him, arrows. No, don't destroy my tower. Okay, fire boys, you need to get the fuck out of here. Get him, come on.
That's how it goes.
Okay. It went pretty well. Actually ended with more might than we started with. It's so big.
Stay strong.
Oh, no, I guess we did lose might when I have to call the reinforcements. God damn it, AI. Get through the frickin' door.
We can't afford to lose. Stay strong.
God, get them. Jesus.
Our victory was always assured.
That was real bad.
Now I'm mad.
That was real bad. The ocean weeps. Okay, I guess that actually wasn't too bad. Thanks for the bit. Thanks for the 24 bits. Their ability to get stuck.
What the flip?
Oh. I was debating turning off the bot thinking for bits because it already has a little thing. Or turning it up. I can turn up how many it needs before it gives a little message. We can also obviously just change the message. I've been considering it already, so.
A glorious victory.
Oh, that actually went really well. Okay. Flip, man. Keep going.
Can't afford to lose.
Why is this guy so freaking strong? Okay, get him before he attacks, thank you.
Told you I was good.
Oh, now our characters are actually
Can't afford to lose.
leveled up quite a bit.
Right?
Yeah, everyone's gone up like 2 levels. It actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah, man.
Perfect harmony. Oh, Bastion. literally just step on you guys. The March of Progress will win the day. Oh. No, you freaking fireball dudes are the worst.
I'm gonna finish this.
Take care of these little guys.
Finish this. That's how it goes.
Going pretty well.
Well. Oh my.
Random guard. What the shit? I didn't sign up for this.
We can't afford to lose!
Hi-ya!
One second. I see you type something big. I'll read it in a little bit.
Guys, I'm gonna finish this.
Can't afford to lose!
Ah! Oh no, why did you build the tower there? Just build it behind.
Stay strong!
No! God. That was not good.
We can't afford to lose!
That's how it goes. Finish this.
I shall cook a feast to celebrate our victory.
Oh wow, people leveled up again. Guidelines for adding commands?
Alright.
Hi-ya!
I stay strong!
Now,
We're adding game. Okay, that was, yeah.
We can't afford to
I mean, you still have to use your points to add
lose! Alright?
games, though. Your experience. That hasn't changed.
Alright?
Oh, I guess you mean just because you're a mod that you have nothing else to spend them on.
Let's have it!
That's how it goes.
Oh my god.
Stay strong!
Holy balls. Sweeper.
A glorious victory. Full marks for me.
Guys?
I mean, I know it's kind of weird to say this, but try to pick games that I will like. I mean, there can be, like, joke games in there that we can play. Like, Minesweeper, I mean, I'll play Minesweeper for, like, I don't know, an hour or two. That's fine.
That's the end of that.
I mean, there's, like... Obviously, you're starting to learn kind of my game preferences. So stuff that doesn't fit in there... Yeah, I mean... Like, obviously, if you put in, like, a fighting game, I'm just not gonna have fun. So... I save now. So, yeah, I mean... Yeah. I don't know if they're, like, guidelines, but preferences? Because obviously... Like, I'm here to have fun also. There's a lot of games that I know I wouldn't enjoy. So, yeah, but there's also a lot of stuff that I don't know about that I might enjoy that you know about. Because obviously you played a lot of different stuff than I have. Oh, it's a skirmish. A skirmish? Yeah, let's freaking go.
Blimey.
Go for the glowy bits!
I'm counting on you. We will win this. We have to. Thank you. Charge!
You got top speed. Run the fuck away.
Oh, this ain't good.
All right.
Ah! There's such low mobility. Don't kill my command post.
See? Told you I was good.
Ooh.
Oi!
What? They just got someone back? This is already really weird. Yeah, maybe we should just, like, not even care about the command posts. Oh, that command post is already down.
We can't afford to lose.
Can these kill the enemies? Didn't hit them at all. So. You don't like the emo only? I know there's like a lot of channels that actually use that quite a bit. I don't know.
We'll cook a feast to celebrate our victory.
I think it's fun. Whoa, why are you glowing so much? I can't dodge that. Okay. I was like, is he coming all the way across? Guess I should do this.
Thank you.
That was real bad, obviously. Okay, get over here. You're gonna vaporize those guys! I mean, it seems to actually be going fairly smoothly. Might. I need that. This is such a weird battle. We're so, like, not mobile comparative to, like, the normal battles. Get over here, you dummies. Almost got freaking vaporized.
Can't afford to lose. Here goes nothing. Flip, 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 flip. Do something.
It says stay out of the way, but whether or not I'm in a position to get out of the way. Oh, regular beam. Want to get as much damage as possible.
Yes. Here is not yet done.
Crap, I'm totally gonna get vaporized. Oh wow, it didn't go as far as I thought it would.
Stay strong.
Go, cannon, go! Oh, I thought that was a cannon. Wasn't sure what the arm was gonna do. Come on, we're getting close.
Stay strong.
What the? Oh, not that way.
Stay
Time for
strong.
a new start.
All right.
Get him.
Can't afford to lose.
Ugh.
Can't afford to lose.
Tobias is dead, Evan.
Can't afford to lose.
I shall cook a feast to celebrate our victory.
Whoa! Let's just grow everyone in my whole troop up like 4 levels.
That's the stuff, man.
Yes.
Oh good. We stopped him for now. Now for the journey inside
The
him.
end of that.
Is Snake Boy inside him? I didn't think he was inside him. That's weird.
Lofty, now.
Right, yo! Africazamo!
Turn into a Durgan.
Blimey.
Yes.
Into the deepest part of the Horned One. The warp point?
Tricky.
Huh?
Well,
I was like, it basically means that we can go in and out.
Yeah.
So it's like someone, game developers, are looking out for us. Piece of pretty ribbon. Hellish Wonder Water? What? Are there any monsters in here? Seems like that'd be a good way to like show players whether or not they're actually strong enough to take on the Lauren. I call it whiskey. Excuse me? It's just. Great Sage secret, nice.
What the?
Is anything ever real? Not the shadow.
Roland!
It's fine. Something is far from right. I think you mean left.
Ugh.
That's what she said. All of us. She's all a quiver. Oh. Thanks for the host, Fox Spellcaster. What is this save spot? Thanks for the bit shiny. Look at that flag. Look at that flag wave. There are like no monsters in here. Defeat some things. Oh, there's a warp point here too. And a chest. Indeed, it is Pride Month. So these chests, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to unlock like a magic thing. I just didn't upgrade the magic building enough. Touch the tainted crystal. I wonder if we're gonna have to fight the fort. Or an inky riddle. That's totally what I was expecting. We're dealing decent damage. So. And the monsters are still just red. If they ever get to purple, so I know that's the next level up, then we're probably going to have to go out and do some training. Lyrin, hey! How's it going, man? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see ya. It's hard to see where the hell this guy's coming up. Oops, let me just waste my hit. Oh, was that tail swipe? God, can't see the tail. I don't know when it's gonna swipe.
Need a little help here.
As far as this guy's not actually like dealing that much damage to us. Not really. Well, and we just failed getting away from you coming up. Oh, that's the tail. That's totally the tail. Wow. Evan completely wasted his magic. Ooh, that almost killed me. Cannon, please. Defense, please. Well. Your lost soul, please. It's like they like explode if you don't kill them. It seems I also need to heal Evan. Bracken doesn't seem to be taking like any damage in this fight. Almost. Yes. Level ups all around. So based on how much experience we got there, we're probably going to go into the final fight like 3 levels up. Leveled up. Saint's Mantle. Extra armor. Wow. Boost dark resistance. So who has the worst armor right now? It's definitely Bracken. Levels Bracken. 56. No D&D this week. Oh no. What will you do with yourself? No save. Oh, there's also a chest right in the middle here that I didn't see. Wait to have a baby. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, yeah, what's the actual delivery date? I knew it was like this week or something. I didn't know if it was like today or like tomorrow or... Okay, cool. Touch the crystal. Croptolus. I totally could have avoided those hits. Oh, I got none of the bonuses of that heal. Does any fire on laser? No, don't get the area effect. Never remember which bosses have different effects. Yeah, that is a little weird. But I also don't know very much about baby things, so like, it's not weird. Exploding soul things. Wow, that was terrible. Just almost kill everyone at once. Right, yeah, I knew that. Probably because it's the part that everybody talks about. Like, contractions. Yeah, 5 to 7 minutes, or the water breaks. It's like what everybody always says. This guy has not as much health as the other one, but he hits way harder. I keep getting hit by him. Rolled in the wrong direction. Stun. Oh, orb things. Come on, get him. Yeah, more level ups. Yeah, we almost get like a full level per one of these guys. A Flutterby staff. Are you taking like maternity leave at all when the baby comes? I'm expecting you're taking some, but like a lot. Nice. How many? I have 8. That's not good. I guess that's fine for one battle, because that's as many as we can take in. Whoa! I almost glitched him falling off. Right, yeah, I'd forgotten that she was there. Holy palms. So much damage. Right, yeah. I was wondering if, yeah, you just, like, sit at home. Right, yeah. I hadn't thought about that. I knew she was a teacher, but I hadn't thought, obviously she's on summer break. Actually works out pretty well for you guys then. So you can just chill at home. Not have to take off work. That's smart.
Ready for this?
Maybe if you plan that way.
Make yourselves useful.
Yeah. Okay, as long as I don't get hit by those lasers constantly, this should be an easy fight. I said, as long as I don't get hit by those lasers constantly. God damn! My dodging is terrible. Better heal so that I don't die when I get hit immediately after this. Yeah. Freaking octopus boy! Yeah, do that. Because then I can just sit here and wail on you. There, that was a good dodge. Followed by a not dodge. Take it! Run away! Oh, a confused Bracken. That's not good. Confusion be gone. I love the confusion be gone is just a hammer. Like, that's so goofy. Beat the bird dungeon. Oh yeah. Cold resist. I really liked the bird thingy. It was a good one. Oh god, yeah, the volcano is gonna be a mess for you. I didn't realize that they can hurt each other, these enemies. More level ups. Because you have to... I mean, I expect you know, but you can't walk into the volcano because your shit will burn. Gee, I'm not sure... I hadn't thought about that. There's like an extra burning effect. It's not just heat in the volcano. I don't know how well... Also, I don't know what happens when you're naked. Like, I don't know if it even allows you to go in there naked. Like, it might actually cause you constant damage, no matter what your heat resist is. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's not an issue. Oh yeah, the ice dragon.
All right.
Yeah, it's just kind of a thing. I feel that, yeah, everybody just kind of stumbles on there. Funny, because when I first played, I just kind of... I didn't go down the path towards Hitano Village that you're supposed to. So I went, like, straight up the mountain, which was not a great idea, because I had... At the time, it was literally, like, I don't know, hour and a half after leaving the plateau. So I didn't have any kind of cold resist, other than... I had the warm doublet, but it wasn't enough. And so I just had, like, a mess of a time. Must do all research. Might have to level this place up. 120,000. Was there anything else to research? Yes. Okay, yeah, Spring Lock. And then we need Rejuvenate for another side quest. But apparently I don't have that. Yeah, let's do this one. That'll help us pretty much immediately. It's gonna take a while. Do that. 30,000. Actually, I probably... Yeah, I'll just do this. Oops. Manage. $8,000, 2,800. Lots of good stuff. Wondering if I should do a little bit of side questing. Let's go buy my healing items though first, before I totally space that. So that was primarily the reason I was coming back here. Because yeah, now we have these available at discount. So much money doesn't really matter. How many angel tears? We should probably buy more of these. So that's a lot.
What else can I do for you? I'll be seeing you again then.
I'll be seeing you again. Okay, let's set some research here and other places. So let's do... Wait, no, this place is still doing research. Oh, I don't have Nimble Fingers ability. Perfect. Oops. I don't know where I filled that in. I probably have to do the Twitter onboard process. I looked it up once and I was like, it looks like it's gonna take a while. I'll do it later. I think this Twitter is just Speedy's underscore backlog. If anybody cares. Okay, yes, let's go back here. Let's see, we're only an hour and 20 in. Going the wrong direction. So we'll be going into the final battle at 53. I don't know if that's good enough. These guys don't seem to be actually too tough. That's goofy. A decent fellow. My normal, so I have a personal Twitter that I barely use at all. And then I made a special Twitter for this channel really recently. More to like, as like a means of communication. For like people when I like can't get the stream up and stuff. I was kind of using Twitch's, I don't know what they call it, because they had like a Twitter type thing, but then they closed that off like last week. So I figured I would just use Twitter and then put Twitter panel under the stream. So I'd be like, going live here, or my internet's being a butt and I can't get on live. It's happened before. We'll see if I ever remember really to use it in times other than when, like, yeah, my internet's not working. Ow! Okay. Just take 1100 damage. He drop. Oh no, it's a blue orb. Okay. It's like if it's a gold orb, I really want it. Blue orb is fine. Heal me! Oh, he's stunned. Wow, me actually doing that special attack kind of made him miss me. How to dodge his tail attacks. Literally stand in his groin. Cannot hit you there. Oh, they're gonna blow up. Ooh. I think I noticed he was coming at me. Come on! Yeah! Okay, that wasn't too bad at all. 4 out of 4 crystals. Yeah, that's good, because Evan needs better armor. Flippin' heck!
Roland!
Roland!
Oh, we're back in
Home?
normal world.
Daddy!
You're okay.
Daddy, I was so scared.
You're safe now. I'll protect you.
Will you? Really?
Jeez.
I'm sorry. It's a little late for that.
Ah! How to have a nightmare about your kid. Yes, exactly that face. Then you fell down. I feel like they couldn't get everybody in the picture here, so they just made Bracken, like, stoop over to get her head over. Yeah, otherwise it's just, like, half of her face and her boob. No, I need to save. Game. Okay, there's a save thing right there.
Oi!
There's a warp point. Happy crystal robes! Greatly boost resistance to all ailments. Some MP restored when taking damage. Wow, like his magic attack is way the shit higher than ours. Watch, I want to. Let me say it. Now I'm gonna go back to the kingdom. Deal with a couple things. I'll look at his magic. Evans, in particular. I'll level this up. Oh, good, an extra two power. I actually don't know how much extra damage that is. So might as well level up everything we can. Is there a limit to how many levels I can up this? Before I just... It's based on how many ingredients I have, I can up this a lot. Oh, Fireball. Low on damage. That's supposed to be low on damage. This thing does so much. Or am I thinking of something? Wait. Did that not improve the damage of it? That went there. That did. Am I like thinking of the wrong thing? Oh, I think I was thinking of the wrong thing. Oops. Oh well. Clarity of purpose. I'm just kind of assuming there isn't a way to upgrade the damage on these other skills. But I really have no idea. Also, who decided that these ingredients upgrade this stuff? I need some wonder water from my pyre pillar. And also a steely nugget. Make this thing do obscene damage. I just keep upping fireball. Sweet.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You guys still are researching things? Yeah, seems like it. Don't have enough money to upgrade that. I think that's the next thing I would want to do. Yeah, 120,000. Okay, I guess let's go try the final battle. Either do it, or fail trying. Random. Love when I randomly jump, so I'm trying to cancel out of something. Keep mashing the button.
Oh my.
A very nasty feeling. So many doors.
Look!
Well, thank you. You can stay in your little pots.
Done well to make it so far.
Thanks, Sneaky Boy.
That's enough, Doloran!
This ceremony ends here and now.
Does it indeed? You mean that you do not share my vision, Roland? A vision of a better world? A pity. I had hoped that you, of all people, would understand.
Roland!
What did you...
We're never gonna get some extra story time for Roland.
Me? Why, you have the Horned One to thank for this. It means to protect you, for if harm comes to either one of us, it comes to the other also.
You mean... you and Roland are... you are...
Yes, Leander. You see it now. See what others must be shown. We are connected. We are the same. Defeat me, and you defeat yourself.
He is
Oh,
correct, I
damn.
am afraid. There are those in your world whose souls are inextricably linked with the souls of those in this one.
Okay, that's from Ni no Kuni 1. That was actually one of the main mechanics of the entire game, was the linking of different people.
The more power he has gained, the stronger his effect on you has become.
It's not a spoiler.
This proves the
It's
connection.
literally the first thing you figure out in that game. That every single person is connected to somebody else.
But how can this... What does it mean?
What does it mean?
You face a dilemma, boy. You have no choice but to join me, Roland. You know it deep in your heart.
Oh, I have a choice, all right. I always have a choice. I'm a president, a king. And from the day I took my throne, I knew that if it came to it, if it would help my people, I would gladly give my life.
No! What?
Besides, if I can't kill you, you can't kill me either, right? If I die, you die.
Very true.
Ha ha
Which
ha.
is why, if you will not join me, I must banish you instead to a dimension where you will no longer be a
My
danger
business.
to either of us.
Of course. I think I see now why I was brought here.
Please, enlighten us.
Your country, Allegoria, it was destroyed. And my country was destroyed too. You and I are the same. Two kings, with no kingdoms left to rule.
I mean, one city was destroyed.
So we were given a chance. One last chance to save our homes. But don't you see? The kingdom the Horned One has given you, it's not really the place you once ruled. I'm going to make you see. I'm going to defeat the Horned One and remind you who you really are.
Who I really am. You think you know me?
Me?
You know
Me?
nothing!
Enlighten me.
More story time. I heard he's just slightly floating.
You will delay my plans no longer.
Music intensifies.
I will prevail.
Okay, 68.
I will be fulfilled.
Ooh. What's that? A strong wind! Oops, I actually didn't use two of them. This music is pretty cool. Ooh. A lot of damage to everybody. Don't worry, I just already have used 5 out of 8 of those. those dudes. Get him while he's stunned, you fools! Oh. Let's type that. What's he doing? Oh, got him. That laugh. Oh my god, let me just derp on 2 dodges in a row. I don't know how to even try to dodge that. Tornadoes, please. Okay, so that attack actually goes like straight down the middle. It just seemed like it had a bigger range. That's probably a pretty good time to use that. Good job, you attacked nothing. Damn it, tried to roll out of that. Dang it. Not being able to roll out of stuff like that is really annoying. What hit me? Tried to roll out of that too. Completely failed. Ah. Mom, we got him. Probably should. Yeah, that shot! Epic shot through the tornadoes! Yeah, that was a pretty fun battle, though. I'm assuming that's not the end. But that was a good, I like that battle a lot.
Forward!
Yeah, up next, more skirmishes. No random mouse soldier. Oh yeah, Kundish. He's a person.
Is it over?
Nighty night.
Whoa!
The souls. The dark souls.
Tidy!
Objective: restore peace to the world. Did we get any new weapons or things from that? I didn't see any drops. So. We awkwardly run out and save, and then awkwardly run back in. Oops. Did I not? I didn't go up a level. Oh, I'm really close to going up a level. Oops. No. Yes. Let us continue.
You're finished, Dalaran. Your plan has failed.
He'll never rule the world. Never!
Rule the world. You have read too many fairy tales, boy. The world was never my prize.
What?
Yeah, he never said that.
It was a beautiful place, my home. A realm of peace and prosperity. I was the king of Allegoria. A young man handed the crown too soon. None loved my realm more than I, but I was conceited, arrogant. Our kingmaker was a being known as Alessandra.
So pretty.
In strengthening our bond, I committed the greatest of all sins. I fell in love.
No!
And love between king and kingmaker is an offense against the will of the gods. As punishment, she was cursed to spend the rest of her days in the guise of the Horned One and cast along with Allegoria into another dimension. And so, I vowed to bring her back. She and my beloved kingdom. I set out to acquire all the king's bonds of our world, that I might use their combined power to reawaken Alessandra.
See, it's just a love story.
How did you know that was even possible? The guise of the Horned One, you said. I take it the creature we see is but an outer shell within which Alessandra lies trapped.
Oh, damn.
If so, the strength of the King's bonds might serve to reach that which lies dormant deep within, to reconnect King and Kingmaker, and free her of her prison.
It is.
I literally never noticed the hearts.
If Alessandra can be revived, Allegoria may yet rise from the ashes. And I shall have regained my beloved and my kingdom both.
Also, I want to know how he can see out of the snaky thing. Like, is the snake thing just a hat? A really weird hat?
Now you know what it is I seek. Roland, if my realm were to be restored, yours too might return. You would be reunited with your family, with your son.
Your son?
Surely you would join me if such an outcome were your reward.
I...
Stares at Fist intently.
He can't! He won't! Not that way!
Now that you've beaten me, let's do my plan anyways.
If you would do anything to bring a loved one back, it doesn't
Anything?
mean you should.
It's pretty good advice, actually. In terms of fantasy stuff.
Happening to me?
That horrible black stuff comes from the Horned One, you know. Dollar and by ears just been...
Not the horrible black stuff.
But it looks like it's finally getting the better of him. That Tory was infected by it from the start.
I will restore them. I must. Alessandra! Allegoria! Both shall live again!
To fight him again.
You'd really do that? You'd destroy whole countries, steal countless souls, just to get what you want? You think that's love? Then you don't deserve to love. And
Oh,
you
damn.
sure as hell don't deserve
Oh,
to be...
damn.
You would defy me. You are me. We want the same thing. You wish to be reunited with those you love, just as I do.
No, it's not that simple.
My crimes will be more than outweighed by the revival of Allegoria, by the return of all that has been lost. Rise, beloved kingdom! Live again!
Such rainbows. Yeah, we won! Oh wait, it's breaking apart and killing us with its little skin flakes.
Alessandra, my love, You are free at last!
Oh, damn. Developers are like, fantastic.
What is the meaning of this? You are not my Alison!
This is what she looks like without her makeup. Let me just rip the sky. He's like, oh shit, I fucked up.
If she is truly loved,
Okay.
what will become of Allegoria? What will become of me?
Into the sky.
No.
Old horny boy. Just float back down here. I mean, the one that we've been beating your face with? Only a sword can penetrate the horny one. Why is it a locked view? That's weird.
Thanks.
I was like, can I can't do anything. Can I save? Oh, I think so.
Oi! Boosh! Get in!
And by blocked, you mean my Elgato does not give a shit. It's just that they blocked the scene being recorded.
Everybody all right?
I think so. Where are we?
Hey, buddy. I didn't see, did we have DeLorean and stuff with us?
Good luck, everyone.
72. I'm not dealing too bad of damage. Oh, we need to stand next. Lofty, get the fuck away from him. Or allows us to use Lofty. Okay, so we have to slowly build him up. Oh. Trying to dodge out of it, I'm sorry. Okay, so it just gives us infinite. It's pretty resistant to that damage, actually. What? I'm confused.
Brace yourself. I reckon things are about to get hairy.
I don't know how I was supposed to dodge that. But yeah, so far this fight is just hard because he has a ton of HP. Not necessarily because he's like hard in like a normal kind of. Where's... Yeah, this one. I probably should. Yeah, also.
I'll help here.
Okay, I didn't know what the range on those was. Try to dodge out of it. You saw me. Not really sure how you're supposed to, like, okay. Okay, if you can see them, then they're fairly easy to dodge. Before, I was so close to them, I couldn't see. Come on, get him out of this form. Come here, you dummy! Evan, get it with your magic. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize he was doing the punch. I don't know why. I just didn't. He was obviously doing the punch. Yeah. Should have been trying to do that. Okay, I don't have enough iframes for that. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna make it through this time. The rate we're going through the healing items. It's not like terrible, but not being able to roll out of that still annoys me. What? That was dumb. I think that's my strongest. Go, cannon, go! Yeah, I'm assuming when we get him down to a half, he'll transform into the other stage again. Maybe not. He's definitely below half now. Maybe at a third. Crap, get away! Oh, I thought it was the punch. I mean, that's just as bad. God, I keep getting hit by, like, all the things. Last couple minutes. Wow, I think that actually made it so that it didn't hit me. Okay. I don't think this actually hits me if I'm right next to him, like underneath. Fire. Run around. That was pretty much perfect. There's none of them like right next to him, so you just kind of sit there and hit him. Didn't think you could do those arm things in this stage. Where is it? Oh my god, let me just dodge right into it. No! Oh, it hit her? Ugh! Okay, then we'll use... Where is... Okay, yes, these. Let me just dodge into lightning. Oh my god! Okay. This is actually as dangerous as I thought it was. Okay, perfect. Just chill underneath you. Yeah, you have to be right underneath. Ooh, 3 of them. Get that crystal out of here. Oh, should have realized he was doing the punch. Obvious punch again. Obvious punch is obvious unless you're right underneath him sometimes. Wow, that was actually perfect because it missed all three of us. I'm always worried that they're just gonna get ravaged by that. I guess I can kind of guide it away from them, but not always. Punch. Oh, she's back get hit by it. Okay, yeah, get it over here. Or you could just shoot right at them. That's fine. Actually, I think they guarded against that pretty well. Or I actually missed them somehow. Punch! Reckon no! That's not good. Shit. Last of those. I still have... yeah, some Sage's Secrets. Guess we can probably do this. I haven't used Food the entire game. Oh, I didn't. Like, I would have used these. That's Evan, I guess. Ah, hit Bracken right in the face. Those things don't do as much damage as I think they should. Obvious punch is obvious! I should have known to use that. Oh, that did hit both of them. I didn't think it would. We're so close. Come on. Stop warping away. Really? One more time? I definitely tried to dodge out. Not that that mattered because you can't. Where is he? He's over there. Do we have to power? Whoa! Oh, infinite! We're actually not really dealing enough damage for this to be as powerful as I think they want it to be. Okay, another 40 seconds on mine. I guess they're powered up too, so... this is lightning on the ground. Yeah. Not like this one. If you get caught once, you're almost guaranteed to get caught again because you can't get up fast enough. So let me use. Get under him. Oh, Bracken died. Damn. We actually still have a ton of these. Let's do that. We're out of restoring everybody's. Oh, let me give food also. I'm hoping it's gonna be real close with our... These are all useless now. Okay, this is actually keeping us all pretty safe. Because I just destroy them with the special. Damn it. Oh, we're so close. Boom! God, yeah, that battle is so long. I guess we're a little underleveled, but still. Like, even bumping like 2 or 3 levels probably would have shaved off like 5 minutes of that fight. Just like damage overall and less healing.
Alessandra, is it really you?
It's probably story time now, so I'm gonna turn off myself. And you probably won't hear me talk for a bit.
It is, my love. But you did not free me from within the Horned One. The Horned One was not born of the wrath of the gods as you had thought. I wanted to be with you. I wanted it so much that I gave up the power of the Kingmaker.
What?
Once freed, that vast, insatiable power gave rise to a monster. The Horned One.
No.
Do you know how Kingmakers are born? They are born when a soul is sacrificed in order that a great power may be tamed. In unbinding my soul, I unleashed that power. By abandoning it, I committed an unforgivable crime. A crime for which I was punished.
So you have not returned to me?
Forgive me, my love. I am that which sealed away the Horned One's power. Only through my sacrifice could the power which poured forth from him be contained.
Then, by unleashing him, I have undone what good you wrought.
No, my love. For a great evil has left the world. The Horned One is defeated. And so, my role in containing him has come to an end. My soul can be at peace, at long, long last. Thank you for never ceasing to love me. We will meet again, dear heart. Not in this world, but somewhere, someday. Goodbye, my love, my Doloran. Goodbye.
Alyssa, no. Not yet. Alyssa!
Doloran.
Alessandra is no more. Allegoria will not rise again. All that I have loved is lost. Roland? Tell me, what great wrong did I do to deserve this? Was it in surrendering to love that I erred? Or in accepting a crown of which I was not worthy?
You did no wrong. You just did what you could to keep your love for Alessandra alive and save your kingdom. That's life. People do what they can, try to live as best they can. And then the tide of history comes and sweeps them all away. My country was swept away too. I tried to stop it. Tried to prevent the war that would end it all. But you can't hold back the tide. And so it rolled in.
I have an idea. Why don't we make a new Allegoria?
A what?
Huh?
If it can't be brought back, I mean, we can build a new one instead.
A new one?
We did it. We built a new kingdom from nothing. A kingdom where everyone could live happily ever after. It was small at first, but it grew and grew, and thanks to its wonderful people, it eventually became a great nation. You can do the same, Doloran.
You truly think this possible?
Maybe that's why I was brought here. The country Evan and I built together. It changed things for you, Doloran. For this whole world. No one needs to be a slave to the past anymore. Now we can look to the future.
Evan, petty-whiskered Tilgrim. You are yet young, but you are a great king indeed.
You really think so?
I will start afresh. I will build a new kingdom. For the sake of my departed subjects. For the sake of my beloved.
Hear, hear!
Evan?
We come before you today to make a solemn oath in the presence of all our peoples.
United we stand as one single land.
Well now.
Hey!
Hey. Well, Evan, see you around.
Goodbye, Roland.
Evan?
Who are you?
I think you know.
You're King Ferdinand, aren't you? You've been helping me all along.
Yes and no. I am Ferdinand. But it's really you who's been helping me.
What?
Everything I've told you, you told me first.
I don't understand.
This is going to sound strange, but I can send my mind through time. It's a gift I've had since I was born. And using it to visit you seemed like the obvious thing to do. I mean, who wouldn't want to find out what his famous father was like as a child?
Father?
Yes, you are my father, and I am your son.
What?
I promised that I would live up to your legendary achievements, but before I could do that, I had to see them for myself. The things I said to you, those words of wisdom, they were all yours.
But Ferdinand lived long ago. He...
I'm afraid that was just Bodley's little joke. She's no historian, you see. She's a seer. She didn't tell you what had happened. She told you what was going to happen. About how I would become the first king to unite the whole world.
So you did? I mean, you will?
Yes, you started it all by uniting the 5 great realms. But there were plenty of others. Smaller perhaps, but realms just the same. Each with its own particular problems. Poverty, war, and any number of other things. None of them easy to solve. But solve them you did. One by one by one.
And you...
Yes, I carried on what you started. And in the end, I finished it.
I come before you, a true king at last. I, Ferdinand, have brought together the peoples of every nation under the heavens. The great work my beloved father began is finally complete, and the world stands united under a single banner. I hereby swear, in the name of King Evan, to safeguard this hard-won peace, for as long as I shall live.
And with that, my promise to Nella was fulfilled at long, long last.
Okay. So, there you have it, Ni no Kuni 2. Do my mini review before we move on to Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. That's what we have on schedules for later today. So it was a lot of fun, actually. It's always hard to know what to expect when you play a sequel. I liked the first game quite a bit. Highly recommend it to anybody who likes fantasy RPG type games. This was quite a bit different than the first one in terms of like gameplay. The story and like the feel of the game is quite a bit similar, as you'd expect. But the actual gameplay is a lot different. Obviously, the kingdom building aspect is not at all in the first game. The battle systems are a lot different. The stories are actually so different that the games... That's actually, I think, what makes the games feel a lot different than each other, is the story. So let me just kind of start with the story and like the feel of the games as a whole. So I think the first game, I think what like the story is more about is like the single journey. I mean, it's about Oliver and he loses his mom. Not really spoilers because that's literally in the very first trailer. So, and it's like his journey of kind of accepting that and building himself up as a person who's able to befriend others and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, let me turn down the sound of the game, just so that's not distracting at all. And that single journey, I think, it made me really like the game, because I think it's very well put together. The journey that Oliver goes through is one that a lot of people go through, like, really growing up. And this game, I think you're like, well, that's kind of similar, because Evan is of a similar age, and he has to grow up a lot for his journey to happen. But I think the problem is, whereas the first game is very focused on a single... I'm not like a single person, but like the singular group of people with a main focus on one person, versus this game, which is more... It's very more of a macro scale. It's like, yes... you are focused on like a small group of people throughout most of the journey, but their focus, like their mentality, is more on like the group and uniting the world and building a kingdom, and it makes it so the journey doesn't feel very personal. and I mentioned that actually a little bit earlier today, is that Evan's growth, we don't see it very, like, moment to moment. It's like, instead of, think of like a painting, instead of doing like little details, it's like big strokes. It's like suddenly, because, oh, we united the First Kingdom, suddenly he has all this confidence, instead of seeing little moments where he would build his confidence. And it makes it so I don't feel that attached to Evan. And I think that's the biggest downfall of this game, is that you're not really invested enough in the characters, so the story kind of is irrelevant a lot of the time. It's like, you don't care about uniting the kingdoms because it's part of Evan's story, you care about uniting them because it's part of the gameplay and allow you to access more options and stuff. So it's more of like a strategy kind of, like, not a strategy game, but more strategy that way, and like a tactical. So I don't know, it distances me a lot from the actual game that way. That doesn't make it a bad game. It just makes it a very different kind of beast overall than the first game was. And personally for me, because I'm very much about the stories that the games give us. That's kind of why I play games, is for the stories and the characters. It makes me not like this game as much as the first one. For some people, they might not care at all. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't even really notice how different they are. Let's see where this. I'm interested to see where this puts us. Trophy. Oh, this is back at the beginning. Ignore what's happening behind me. So next thing, gameplay. The battle systems are incredibly different. At a quick glance, you'd probably think they're a lot the same. This one is more of like a hacky, slashy action battle system, versus the other one is more like, it's obviously not turn-based. It's more, it's like faster than that, but I don't know, there's a lot different. And obviously the first game was around a lot of the using other creatures to battle for you. Though that actually ended up switching a lot at the end because Oliver was so much more powerful than everything else. Where this game is more based on like the characters actually fighting, so it's quite a bit different that way. I think I prefer the battle system in the first game. This game, I don't know, the battle system here, I think they made it, and they did all the things, realized that it didn't have enough finesse. Like, a lot of times you hear me, oh crap, I screwed up the dodge, oh, I'm getting hit again. Like, yes, a lot of that is like me not dodging correctly and stuff, but they made it so that system is not refined enough to put the control in your hands. So they made the game overall easier than it probably should be. Like, obviously, I went into the final battle, like, 20 levels below the final boss, and didn't really have that many issues. Like, obviously, I was getting down on, like, healing items and stuff, but it could have gone all... You think a game, like, going into the final battle, that you should, if you're 20 levels below, that you should get just run over. And it was like constantly in this game where I was like, I'm really low leveled. Oh, I won anyways. And I think there's only one time in the entire game that I had a game over, and that was because I wasn't paying attention to the fact that my other characters had died already. And I don't know, it's just like, it feels like kind of a failure of a battle system in that kind of regard. Like, when you design a game, the principles that you put in place should be working as you make the difficulty harder. But it's like, they realized that the game, if they tried to make it harder, was like impossible, so they just lowered the difficulty of the entire game. And it, I don't know, for a lot of people that immediately turns them off because you want to be challenged by the game. And I don't care that much that it was easy, but it's like, at some points I was like, oh, well, that was just like a walk in the park. And there's like so many cool things that they put in the game that it's like you really kind of wish that the battle system would have been one of the highlights of it. Let's see, other gameplay things. Obviously the kingdom building. I like stuff like that. It's basically like you're just like researching and upgrading stuff. The constant upgrading is something that I always love in games. You should always be looking forward to the next thing that you can do. If you can upgrade, I don't know, this system to make this other system have, like, you get experience faster, so then that works better, and all this stuff. But I feel like I didn't take advantage of it early on, and I feel like that should have punished me more. Like, we got to the end, and it was like, oh, you need to have a level 4 weapon maker, whatever, building. I was like, oh, I only have level 2. And I feel like, at that point, it's the game, it's like telling you that you're not high enough leveled, but we were able to just kind of make all the money and save up for that, and we didn't get really punished. It's like, you're too low leveled, but not really. So, I don't know. The kingdom, I feel like the kingdom aspect should have been pushing me faster earlier on. It's like it doesn't give you any guiding principles about what you should be doing with that and how it works. Like how to take advantage of it. Not how it works, but how to take advantage of it. And that kind of, at the end I was like, oh, there's so many cool things in the system that I haven't been using. And that's always kind of frustrating, for me at least, at the end of a game when you realize you haven't been using a lot of the systems to their full advantage. Another part of the game that I know I didn't take advantage of is the Higgledies. They're supposed to help you in battle. I feel like I had no idea what they were doing. Like the first day we got them, and then I was like, crap, I need to do research. I did research on them. And I felt like I was kind of getting a grasp on them, but later it's like you're not upgrading them very much, and they're not getting anything extra out of them. And I feel like they could have been done in a way that made it so you have to use them to do some of the harder battles, and that could have made the system harder in general. It's like they added this cool system that allows you to like add bonuses to your battle, and then didn't require it at all, and like that's super weird. So yeah, there's just like systems like that. Let's see, the side quest system, mainly mentioning this because the side quest system in the first game was so freaking good. Like, it's one of the only games where I was actually like, I should go do side quests. Like, I never do that. I always am the guy who's just like, oh, I don't feel like doing that. That sounds boring, and I just go through the main quest. That game actually made me want to do the side quest, because it gives you bonuses for doing the quest, which were short, the quests themselves, short and interesting. And then you got extra bonuses just for doing numbers, like different side quests in general. And they gave your battle system perks and all this stuff, and that was like, it made me want to do more of it. And I want to go back to the first game and do more of it. This game, the side quests themselves were very similar, and I appreciated that. The bonuses, a lot of it was getting more people for your kingdom, which I think is good, but I think it needed to tie more into the battle system with the perks. It's like they created this awesome system and then threw it out the window. Let's see. I guess music, just like I mentioned, it was very good. No complaints. I wish there were a couple more themes and stuff around. Like sometimes you get a little tired of having like one region have the same theme the whole time. But it wasn't enough of an issue to like make me like really mark the game like that against it. So Graphics were very good. The anime style fits perfectly with what they wanted to go for, like the feel of the game. The little chibi like running around in the main world is like it's like adorable and hilarious. But I think it also works because they put a ton of detail into the landscapes. Landscapes themselves were actually one of my favorite parts of the game. I'm kind of super into maps and things like that, so I was like really appreciative that they allowed like the landscapes. Like that just like makes me really happy. I guess that kind of goes into the last thing. The overall feel of the game. I mentioned this earlier today. I just wanted to mention it again. Is too happy. I know they're going for this. I know that's like what they're going for is this happy feel. But I think to make a game or any story more impactful, you need to have this contrast between like the dark things that are happening and the happiness that we can see coming out of that. I think this whole game is like it's at this level of like if you go below that, it's like bad things happening, and then you go above that, it's like happy things, and it never went from that line enough. So it's like, yeah, there's good things happening, but it doesn't matter because it's not better than anything that we've already seen. Versus, like in the first game, it starts you off like Oliver's happy because his family's good and stuff, but then she dies, and it gives us such a low point that the rest of the game, as we're building up, we can feel how much that's building up. That's obviously going back to the story thing, but like this game never gives us something to build up to. It's like we're already at that point, and it's like yeah, there's a couple points where there's stuff that goes down and stuff, but it's like it never goes down enough so that we can't go high. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's something that I think all stories need to take advantage of. This like feeling of bad stuff happening and this feeling of good stuff happening and the contrast between them. So I think that's the last thing I wanted to talk about. I mean, I could talk about this game for another, like, half hour. There's so many little systems and things. I'm probably gonna... We'll see if I can... I want to keep going with the game. I think there's a lot... There's so many little details and systems that I think can only be really taken advantage of later. Like, after the main quest. So we'll see if I actually do that. I decided to do that with Ni no Kuni 1, but I ended up not doing that. So now I'm confused, though. Yes. Let's see what happens. Okay. Game. Yeah, what happens when we continue? I'm assuming that it's just the same as like the other save. It just counts us as having beaten the game. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much perfect. Okay. So I'm going to take lunch break now. I'm getting pretty hungry. And it's lunchtime anyways. Then we're going to switch gears completely and go into Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, that old Game Boy game. And start that. That'll be what I'm playing for the next couple of days. So, I spent a little bit longer of a lunch break. I need to obviously set that up. I need to go find my controller that I use for that. Yeah. So, obviously, if you came just for Ni no Kuni, don't feel bad about you leaving. Best game ever? No. Good game, not best game. You missed my whole review. So, yeah, a little bit longer lunch as I switch systems, games. How did it end? With us beating the Horned One. In a very, very, very long battle. It's like 20, 25 minutes. Yeah, it recycled us. But lots of big cutscene stuff, and then it recycled us back. To right before. Okay, so I will be back, I don't know, it's, probably like 15 minutes. And then we will play some Zelda, which I have never even started. Most of the games I've started, if I haven't beaten them. I've never even seen this one at all. I'm assuming it's super similar to Link's Awakening in terms of gameplay. Well, yep, I will be back in a bit.